I thought it was a great opportunity for me to fight on this card, so I said yes. I'll go on vacation later. In terms of weight, I'm exactly where I was a week before my last fight, so it's very good news. Any boxer, if you underestimate him, he can give you surprises. Sure, it's not Canelo in front of me or Chavez or Golovkin, but he's a guy I have to take seriously. I'm aware that I'm considered a possible opponent for Canelo, but all of that can change with my performance in the next fight. Our goal is to fight against Canelo, and I think people want to see this fight. It will happen, but we will see when and how. Those are the words of former middleweight world champion and current middleweight contender David Lemieux, Canada, talking about his upcoming fight, which will be on the undercard of the Canelo Chavez bill, and that will be against the durable Mexican Marcos Reyes, and he is looking at fighting Canelo. And from a golden boy perspective, from a business perspective, I've always felt the Canelo Lemieux fight makes a lot of sense. And I know I've said this before, so I am repeating myself, but I could never understand why they didn't match Lemieux with Canelo when Lemieux initially signed to Golden Boy. I can never understand why they matched him with Golovkin instead. They could have had a Lemieux-Canelo in-house fight, and it just would have made a lot more sense financially at the time. Perhaps it was pressure from HBO. Maybe HBO are the ones who pushed Golden Boy to sacrifice Lemieux to Triple G. Maybe that's what it was. Whatever the case is, Lemieux-Canelo, even now, is still a viable fight. It's still a decent fight. It would probably be Canelo's official first fight at 160 pounds. He obviously held a title at 160 pounds before, but never actually fought at that weight. Whereas I doubt Lemieux would be wanting to do any type of Canelo weight, but you never know. I'm assuming that if this fight goes ahead, it will be a full 160 pounds. And stylistically, I like it. Lemieux's going to have to come forward. He's not going to, well, I don't imagine he's going to try and box Golovkin, although you never know. He might try to switch it up on us and try something different. He might feel walking straight forward would play into Canelo's hands, which it will. But David Lemieux will probably be, if the fight goes ahead, the hardest puncher that Canelo has ever faced so far as a professional. Lemieux can really bang. As I've said before, his power is not always consistent. And what I mean by that is because his balance is so poor, a lot of the shots that he throws won't really land with full power. And his technique is not great either. So a lot of the shots he throws won't really land with anything like his full power. But when he does get a shot on with the right part of the glove and is properly set and lands at the right time, he is a terrific puncher, as Curtis Stevens can attest to. So, and several other people, Hassan Mdanam-Jickum, etc. So I think it will be an entertaining fight, Lemieux against Canelo, and it would also be a good yardstick by which to measure Canelo's performance against Golovkin's performance against the same opponent. So I like the fight. I hope the fight happens. I think it will be an entertaining fight. Obviously, I prefer Canelo versus one of the top middleweights. I definitely prefer him versus Golovkin, but if we can't get that right away, then I'll take Lemieux against Canelo. Definitely. I think it's a decent fight. So drop your comments in the comment section below, people. Let me know how you feel. And that seems to be where Golden Boy are moving now. By putting Lemieux on the undercard of Canelo Chavez, they seem to be grooming him as an opponent for Canelo. So yeah, let me know how you feel about it. It's happening. I'm out.